remember my first job in McDonald's, and the when I came, my English wasn't that great. I couldn't really speak much. I was able to write but not really speak. And so I was learning. I was going to school and working and doing all that stuff. And I remember my trainer, the person who was training me, she was Dominican like me. And so we bonded. And because she knew I was struggling, of course, she will train me, in Spanish. It was easier. Plus, there were certain safety things that I needed to understand, that there couldn't be any type of doubts about it, because it was, I can get burned, or do something that somebody will be harmed. And so she wanted to make sure that I got those things right, no doubts, no confusion. And so she was training me in Spanish. And I remember this girl coming around the same age I was, and during that time I think I was 16 or so. This beautiful blonde girl, looking like a Barbie. I remember, like, oh, thinking that she's so pretty. And then she said, the first thing she came out of her mouth was, English only. In this country, we speak English, not Spanish. And to me, it's first of all, it was a mix of emotions. It was getting angry for, like, being diminished for speaking my own language, and also this I was confused, because I live in this country, my family live here. Guess what they speak? Most of the time they speak Spanish. They don't speak English. And if you go to Harvester, where I used to live, they mostly speak Spanish. So it was in my head. It was like, where does this woman live? Like I don't know. Does she live in a different country? Because this is a country, it's a melting pot, meaning there are many different cultures here. There are many different languages here. And the beauty that makes this is the diversity. And so I couldn't believe, like, the ignorance. It hit me for the first time. And I remember asking her, I say, I'm very fresh, I have to say. Because I asked her, I say, do you go to school? And she was, getting angry and red. And she said, of course, what do you mean? And I said, well, do you study geography? Do they teach you geography? And then she's like, yes, of course. What are you trying to say? I said, well, I'm coming from the Dominican Republic, which is located in the American continent. And therefore, I'm an American too, who speaks Spanish. And guess what? The American continent, they speak different languages, Portuguese, and they speak Spanish, and they speak English. So in Canada, they speak French, and other islanders speak different dialect. So I don't know, like, where are you coming from? Like, do you understand your own history? And that was so frustrating to me. But it was like this idea of, like, standing up for myself and speaking up. And then learning that was sort of like the tip of the iceberg, that throughout my life I would have to face people like that.